Hello, my friends. Happy Friday Eve. Let me make sure that StreamYard is going to stream into my free Facebook group so we can be live there. One second. Yep, I see us in the group. Awesome. Jennifer, welcome in. Happy Friday Eve day to everybody. You guys know how I do this every single week using StreamYard. I am live in several places. So you may be seeing me in my free Facebook group, Be a Confident Entrepreneur. You may be seeing me from my YouTube channel, which is awesome. Or you may be joining me and Jennifer from LinkedIn. Awesome. Wherever you're coming in from, we are glad you're here. And if you're catching us on replay, let us know that too. Just in case this is the first time we've ever met, I want to introduce myself. I am Tracy Beavers. I'm an award-winning business and sales coach with over 20 years of experience in marketing, sales, and business growth. And for those of you that know my story, you know that about 7 years ago, I just got finally fed up with my corporate career. And I hatched a plan to exit. So I started building this online business alongside my full-time job and 2 busy kiddos. And I'm proud to say that I was able to leave corporate America about a year and a half later. And in my second full year of building this business as a coach, I busted through the 6-figure ceiling and I haven't looked back. And I share that with you for inspiration, because if you're sitting in a cubicle in a job that you don't like, you can make a change. If I can do it, you can too. Or maybe you've already quit the job and you're wanting to build the business and you're wondering, when is the income train going to come into my station? Trust me, it will happen. I teach all organic visibility and list growth strategies, and I've coached hundreds of entrepreneurs just like you over the years to get visible, grow your email list, to get you to that consistent monthly income that you want. And the strategies that I teach get your email list growth happening automatically every day in the background of your business, without paid ads or creating yet another free lead magnet. And if you are sitting here in February 2025 and you're thinking, I think I need to hire a coach. I need somebody to roadmap some priorities, help me strategize for this next quarter or this next 6 months. DM me or email me. Let's hop on a short Zoom, talk about your business, talk about what you've got going on, and see if we are a fit for coaching. All right, as I mentioned to you before, pop your questions and comments into the chat for Jennifer and I as we go along. And if you're on replay and you have a question for Jennifer, go ahead and pop it in and I will make sure that she answers it for you. But I want to introduce you to my friend, Jennifer, the incomparable Jennifer Jakobsen. We met, I think, wasn't it last spring or summer or something? Maybe it was this spring. I don't remember. But I have grown to adore her, and you will too. She is wickedly smart when it comes to our mindsets, and she has the biggest heart for everybody. So let me read you how amazing this lady is. Jennifer Jakobsen is a certified life and business mindset coach, as well as a licensed therapist. So if you don't think she's qualified to help you, holy cow, she's a licensed therapist. She helps coaches and business owners break through those income plateaus and attract dream clients by ditching the doubt and all the blocks that get in the way of their businesses and their life. And she helps us show up with confidence and authenticity using her magnetic coach method system. And her clients call her their business therapist because she helps them get out of their head so they can actually solve their problems in their business and in their life. And you know that I love a fun fact about our guests. And this one cracked me up. Did you know that Jennifer absolutely loves tacos? And so do I. And she worked at Taco Bell as a teenager. Jennifer, I have to know, did you work the drive-thru? And did you get to eat all the free tacos that you wanted?
All of it. All the tacos I could eat. And yes, I worked the drive-thru. I worked everywhere, but I love I still love Taco Bell, which is really bad. That's a really bad thing to admit, but I still love Taco Bell.
We will not judge you. What's your favorite thing at Taco Bell?
Mexican pizza, hands down.
It's so good. Why is it so good? Do they put crack in it? I mean, you made it.
I mean, I didn't see any crack, but I don't know. I'm not saying anything.
It is, yeah. Mexican pizza. Oh, my stars. All right. Let's dive into this topic because I have heard from the time I announced this earlier this week through today, people are really excited about this. So I'm so thrilled. And I know we've been trying to get this together for months.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy that you're finally here.
I'm so happy to be here.
Before I dive into anything and start firing questions at you, is there anything you want to share about your experience with our audience? Anything that that I didn't share in your bio?
Yeah, I mean, I guess my story is that business can be really hard. And a lot of us are, trained as service providers, or we become service providers, and opening up your own business, becoming an entrepreneur is an emotional roller coaster, and it's such a self-discovery journey, and a lot of us aren't prepared for that. And as a therapist, I was like, oh yeah, I can handle anything. Like I know all the things. And starting my own business was really, really hard. I felt so good about
Mhm.
helping people in therapy. Felt so good about helping people as a coach, but the business part of it really threw me for a loop. And so I just I want to normalize that for everyone. I want people to understand it's okay if it's hard at times. If you've been doing this for a while and you've hit that plateau and you're like, I don't know what the problem is. What I have discovered, so I've been a therapist for 25 plus years. I've been an entrepreneur for almost 8 years. What
Yeah.
I have discovered is the real issues are within us, right? The problems, the blocks, the things that are getting in our way are not external. And we think they're external. We think, oh, I just need a new strategy. I just need a new funnel. I just need a whatever it is, right? But the
Yeah.
truth is that the things that really hold us back are within us. And oftentimes you can't see the prescription from inside the bottle. So you
Ugh,
have to, yeah, you
yes.
have to get some help, because sometimes, and so often my clients say, oh my God, I had no idea that I had a mindset issue. I didn't know that
Mhm.
I was my own worst enemy, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. So I just want to say that, and I want to normalize it for everyone, because I think we see so much on social media that you just get to six figures overnight, and then, the next night you're at seven figures, and it's just sunshine and rainbows, and it does not work that way. But you absolutely, if you work on your confidence, you work on your mindset, you work on your beliefs, it is going to happen for you, but it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows the whole time. You have to know that it's normal to have a hard time at times.
Mhm. Yes.
And that there is a way out of it, right? When you're feeling
Right.
stuck in that hole, when you're stuck in the mud, there is a way out, but sometimes you need to seek support, and that's okay. It's okay to ask for help. A lot of female entrepreneurs don't want to ask for help, but it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you completely. And that's one of the reasons why we do the Entrepreneurial Inspiration interview series, is to normalize the conversation around just how freaking difficult it is to
Yeah.
build a business.
Yeah.
Because it's exactly as you're saying. What gets my goat more than anything is when I see people oh, I had a my first launch, 6 figures. But what you don't know is the blood, sweat, and tears that went into that. You
Yeah.
don't know if they're even being honest,
True.
and
True.
you don't know how much of that money ended up in their pocket.
Mm.
You know what I
Very,
mean?
very, very true. Oh, yes. Oh,
It's like
yeah.
anytime I see that, I always want to go, okay, I want to see your P&L. I want to see your profit and loss, and I want to
Yeah.
know, because if and I use this example a lot. If you have $100,000 launch, and math is not my strong suit, and you spend $50,000 to create that launch, you net $50,000, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
But then if I have a $75,000 launch and I have 25,000 in expenses, I had a $50,000
Mhm.
launch.
Yep.
But I may end up comparing myself and going, well, she had 100,000 and I only had 75.
Mhm.
There must be something wrong with me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So here's the problem, right? We don't know what we don't know. And so we so quickly, and I mean, I think all of us are guilty of this. I know I was guilty of this often, and I still catch myself from time to time comparing myself to other people.
Yeah.
But comparison is the thief of joy. And so we really want to be aware of that. We really want to be aware of when we're comparing ourselves to others. And I think you said it beautifully, we don't have all the facts. We don't know all of it. We just see the highlight reel, all of the wins. We don't know how many times maybe this same person who had this great launch, like how many times before that did they have a $0 launch,
Yeah.
right? Like, and
Yes.
so it just really sometimes can get in our head. You know what I mean? It can really make us feel like we're not doing good enough, that we're failing. And that's what really zaps our energy and our motivation and makes us, burned out and want to give up. And I've seen so many, oh my gosh, Tracy, almost 8 years of doing this. I have seen so many amazing coaches and service providers
Mhm.
give up and quit.
Yeah.
And it's so sad. And I think the reason they give up and they quit is because they do all these things. They compare themselves. They have these thoughts.
Mm.
Maybe I don't have what it takes. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm never going to get there.
Right.
And so I think if you can address those limiting beliefs and those thoughts,
Mhm.
what happens is it gives you that motivation. It gives you that grit to
Mm.
keep going, because I feel like so many of us are like on the brink of something big, but we lose that energy, we lose that motivation because of all these limiting beliefs that keep us stuck. So yeah, I could go on about this for hours.
Well, and I know we've touched on this just for a second, but I want to clarify for the listener your opinion as a licensed therapist and a certified life coach, because I think we need to hear this because we think, oh, mindset stuff. I'm fine. I'll get to that later.
Mhm.
Tell us, why is mindset so important?
Because it's everything starts with our brain. Everything starts with our brain. And here's the thing, like people often think, I just, like we said, I need a new strategy. I just need to try something else. And the thing is you can try every strategy. You can have the best strategy on the planet.
Mhm.
If you don't believe in yourself and you're holding yourself back and you're not showing up
Yeah.
in your most magnetic, confident, authentic self,
Mhm.
people aren't going to trust you because they feel your doubt.
Right.
And even if your strategy is a killer amazing strategy,
Yeah.
people feel your doubt. They feel it. They can, like I always joke, they can smell it from a mile away. That
Yeah.
doubt, it reeks. It really does. But
Yes.
it's something that we can all fix. It's something that we can all, like, I want people to feel empowered. If
Mhm.
you can get confidence and take that bold action from a place of confidence, not a place of doubt or fear or like, who am I, imposter syndrome.
Right.
You can step into that confident self, people feel that too. And that is where trust and safety comes from. And if
Mhm.
you think about it, have you ever bought from anyone you didn't trust? Have you ever bought something from
Yeah.
somebody you don't feel is confident and you don't feel safe with them?
Very true.
Absolutely not. So this is the most important thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard something the other day that I thought was interesting. And I don't know exactly how I feel about it yet. I'm still thinking about it. But what you said is so true. What she said was, people don't have to like you to buy from you, but they do need to trust you. And I was
Absolutely.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then, so tell us, when it comes to your business model and what you could have decided to focus on to help other people, why was it mindset that you chose? Tell us about that.
Um, it's frankly, I don't know if this sounds like pompous because I'm so not that person at all. I'm the most like modest person in the world, but this is my zone of genius. I mean, I have been trained, like I said, I mean, it's embarrassing to admit how long, but I have been in I got my bachelor's in psychology. I got my master's in clinical social work. Like I know people and I know the human brain. I
Yeah.
know how the human brain works and I know the power it has over us if we allow that. If we decide, and it's really as simple as making a decision that we're not going to listen to the 60,000 thoughts that we have every single day that are negative and repetitive.
Yeah.
we have so much power. And so it's not only my zone of genius, it's not only the thing that I know best, but it's the thing that lights me up. Like,
Yes.
I knew since I was in high school, like, I am gonna help people. I'm gonna help
Yeah.
people with their brains because this is what I love. And I mean, yeah, I worked at Taco Bell for a little bit. I even worked at Starbucks in graduate school. I love my coffee and my tacos. But like, this is my jam. This
Yeah.
is what I could talk about all day long. There was never another option for me.
Yeah. I love that. There is nothing wrong with saying, this is what sets me apart.
Yeah.
This is my jam. This is what I do. This is
Yeah.
why I'm here.
Yes.
That's not, to me, that's not pompous or braggy at all. It is stating a fact.
Yeah.
And I think as women, just talking about mindset, we are raised to be quiet and kind, don't
Mhm.
brag, be
Yeah.
humble. And
Yeah.
so we get into this space and the clients aren't signing on, but it's because we're not standing in our confidence. Would you agree with that?
Oh my God, yes. Because that's where trust comes from. If we're not confident in ourselves, how can we expect somebody else to be confident in us?
Exactly.
And yeah, and I think we all have that kind of fear, like, we don't want to seem braggy, we don't want to, like, listen to what I just said, right? But
Right.
the truth is that if you can own your area of expertise, your zone of genius, and you can step into your authentic authority, right? Not like an authority like, oh, I'm the best, I'm amazing,
Right.
but like, this is what I love, and this is what I do, and this is how I help people. And there is nothing, me and the clients that I work with, because I work with service providers, I work with, heart-centered women who want to make a difference. They want to help. Like, that is so strong in them. And so we have to step into that authority. We have to step into our authenticity, because when we're in that place, when we're authentic and we're in our authority, that's where people trust us. That's how
Right.
they know that we have them and that we can help them and absolutely make a huge difference in their life in any area, right? But if we lack, you know, any kind of confidence, if we lack our conviction in what we do and our belief in ourselves,
Mhm.
that's where that doubt in the other person comes in. So if we doubt ourselves, they're going to doubt us. If we
Right.
are afraid, they're going to be afraid to buy from us. So we have to deal with those. That's why it's so much an internal thing. Like, we can't grow, our businesses cannot grow more than we grow.
Oh,
So
I like that. Say that one more time. That's
we
good.
cannot grow our businesses more than we grow within ourselves, right? So it's so important to address the internal stuff, address those internal blocks, because once we move those out of the way, like, all of the strategies that you've been learning, all those classes you've been taking, all those courses, and all of it now will be like, oh my gosh, now that I believe in myself, this stuff works. This stuff finally works,
Yeah.
right? But if you have those limiting
Mhm.
beliefs, those little voices in your head telling you you're not good enough, telling you that you don't have what it takes,
Mhm.
there is no strategy that is going to outperform that.
Exactly. Exactly right. And sometimes it's not correct me if I'm wrong because you're the expert on this. Sometimes it's not there's not there we don't think there's crap talk or negative voices, but yet we're still not achieving the success we can achieve because
Mhm.
we do have a mindset issue or a block, but we don't know it. Does that
Mhm.
make sense?
It absolutely makes sense. And some people are aware and some people aren't aware. So the symptoms they might notice is, my business isn't growing. I'm getting on sales calls and people seem to like me, but they're just not signing up.
Yeah.
I'm having these great conversations with people, but they just don't seem to want to buy from me.
Yeah.
And so those are some of the symptoms we might see, right? We see the symptoms of the problem.
Right.
I'm at a plateau. I'm not growing. There's something, you might feel like there's something in my way. There's something blocking me. I don't know what it is. And everyone promises this magic pill. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, mindset is not magical, but
Right.
it is the prerequisite to everything else. So if you don't think you have a mindset block, it's probably because that block is so ingrained in you,
Mhm.
those limiting beliefs. And this is this kind of the sad part. Sometimes our limiting beliefs are so ingrained in us that we have a hard time even seeing them because they started in childhood. They started when
Yep.
we were really, really young. And so they're almost such a part of who we are that
Mhm.
we need somebody else to be able to see it for us. Because
Mhm.
there's some quote out there. I think it's Albert Einstein. We can't solve the problem that we have with the same brain that created the problem.
Yes, I've heard that before, and it makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. So, and I know you teach a magnetic coach method, but
Yeah.
before we dive into the magnetic part, I want to, if you've got us, if you don't mind my asking, do you have a situation you could walk us through of an example of a female entrepreneur that came to you that didn't think she had a mindset issue, but you uncovered that she does? And helped her see that
Mhm.
she does, and then she was able to get past it. Do you have an example of that? That would be amazing.
Oh, goodness. Let me see.
Totally putting you on the spot right now.
Well, and it's hard because, like, usually when they come to me, they don't, yeah, they might not know it or they might not be clear on it. But they do know there's a lot of, I guess, a lot of the women that come to me um, do end up coming to me because they have a sense there's something mindset related, right? Because if they don't know it, they might not come to me at all,
Okay.
right? Even for like my free calls and my free mindset audits that I've done in the past, like they have a sense that there's something there. But let me just give you a couple examples of clients who were really, really, really held back by a mindset issue.
Yeah,
Maybe they weren't completely sure of what it was when they came to me,
yeah.
but so like I've had clients who, like one client in particular, came to me and she was just struggling with a lot of imposter syndrome, feeling like, who am I to, be helping people on this issue? And this particular client is a parenting coach.
Uh-huh.
This particular client is not a parent.
Oh, interesting.
So she had this insane imposter syndrome. How
Yeah,
can I help parents when I have never been in their shoes? I have never been a parent before. I don't have my own kids. How can I help them? And
yeah,
what we discovered through our work together is that being a parent was not necessary to help other parents. And she had a really hard time seeing how much of an expert she was at
yeah,
helping children, right?
yeah,
She helping parents because she was an expert in children, right? Like
yeah.
in order to be a parenting coach, you have to understand the kids. And so she was actually a former school teacher. She was
Uh-huh.
actually a former school counselor,
Yeah.
but she could not see how that made her a genius, an absolute expert in this area. And
Mhm.
once she owned that, once she actually like moved past the block of I'm not a parent and just put that on the back burner, like that did not matter at
Right.
all. The parents started trusting her. They were like, oh my God, you look at all the experience you've had. Look at how
Mhm.
much of an expert you are in this area.
Yeah.
And the fact that she wasn't a parent never even came up.
Oh, man, so she was making up a story that
Yes.
wasn't even gonna be true.
Yep. Yep.
Holy cow.
Holy cow. Holy
Because
cow.
I'm thinking of all the times I've done that.
Yes.
Guilty, been there, done that. Oh, my stars, she was making something up that nobody had even said to her yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Absolutely.
god.
Yeah. I have a client. I did a session of my membership, which is my group program. And this client, you actually know her. I'm not going to name any names, of
No, no, no,
course,
no, that we
but
no,
yeah, but we were talking all about like, I mean, something completely unrelated to mindset.
yeah.
And this is someone who's very definitely knows she has some mindset stuff, but
Mhm.
we're talking about stuff that had nothing to do with mindset. And she was talking about how her clients say like, oh my God, I got so much out of your free training. I got so much out of, you helped me so much in your free stuff. And I was like, And I said to her, I said, have you reached out to these people who have given you these amazing compliments and asked them if
Mhm.
they want to take the work further? And she's like, well, no, I don't want to seem salesy. I don't want to push them. Right.
Right,
And
yeah,
this is, this just happened this week. So this is like super fresh in my
yeah,
mind.
yeah,
And I'm like, wait, but why wouldn't you want to help them? Why wouldn't you want to make that offer to them to
yeah,
take this work further when based on prior clients that you've had, like you can change people's lives.
yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
God, I didn't realize that I was holding myself back like that.
Wow.
And so then we brainstormed like, okay, what are some of the things that you can say
Yeah,
that feel like you're making a really authentic offer and
right.
not something that feels like you're trying to make a sale? And so we brainstormed it, and she came up with like this huge list of things that she could say to these people that were getting so much value from her already.
Right.
Came up with this huge list that she felt amazing about. She's like, I can actually say these things and not feel gross about myself.
Yeah, I love that. That is transformational right there.
Yeah, it really is, because she was holding herself back. She didn't even know it.
Well, and my clients and students struggle with sales too. And they always like, I just don't want to come across as a weirdo. I don't want anybody to think I'm
Yep.
aggressive or assertive or salesy or spammy or whatever. So I love what you did for her, helping her construct an authentic way that felt
Mhm.
really good to her,
Yep.
her words. I love that.
Thanks.
Yeah, you
I
bet.
love it too. I love it too.
So let's talk about the magnetic part, because you have a magnetic coaching method. I
Hmm.
hope I got the name right. So
Yep.
tell us, what does that mean, and how can we become the magnet and more magnetic in our businesses?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, you think about, what does magnetism mean, right? Magnetism is when you draw something, things that draw to each other, right? A magnet, it sticks
Yeah.
on your refrigerator. So what we want to do as coaches and service providers, entrepreneurs, we want to magnetize our clients to us. And so the way to do that is not just, some cookie cutter strategy. The way to do that is what we've already talked about, Tracy. It's about really stepping into your authority, stepping into your confidence, stepping into who you really are and what your zone of genius is, and owning that, and like really, really owning that. And when you do that, and then you take action from that point, you start posting, reaching out, going to networking groups, whatever that strategy is that you want to use.
Yeah.
You are now, coming into that situation, whatever it is, in this new energy, in this magnetic energy. And what happens is people start to lean in. They're like, wait a minute, what did she just say? Like,
Yeah.
I need that. I need more of that. And
Yeah.
the reason that they lean in is because of your, again, confidence, your conviction, your strong belief that you can help people, that you can change their lives, right? Like, this is so incredibly powerful. So
Yeah.
when you come from that empowered energy,
Mhm.
people just naturally, there's nothing, woo woo about this.
Yeah.
They just feel like, oh my God, I want to talk to her. That person when you go to a networking group, when you go to, maybe it's online, maybe it's in person,
Mhm.
these people, they exude this energy, this magnetic energy, and you want to talk to them. You want to hear. And then when they talk about their business, that energy is like, oh my gosh, like that person really knows what they're doing. They love what they're doing. I want to be in their presence. And
Mhm.
that's what magnetism is. And when you can be that way, people are going to want to, and you don't have to be like rah rah cheerleader energy.
Right.
That's not what I'm talking about here. I
Right. Yeah.
mean, if you want to be that way, that's great. But you can do this in a quiet way too. You
Yes.
can do this in a very quiet way, but people know that you are the expert and that you can help them, and
Yep.
they feel it. They feel this energy. You're vibrating at a different frequency, right?
Mhm.
It's so powerful.
Yeah, yeah, that is amazing, and I don't know why this analogy just popped into my head, but it's kind of like you don't want to get on a plane with a pilot that's questioning his or her
God.
ability to fly the plane, right?
No, definitely not.
I mean, like, you're boarding the plane and the pilot is standing there and you go, "Hey, it's gonna be a great flight." And they go, maybe. We'll see how it goes.
It should be okay. I've taken a couple classes on flying an airplane, but I'm sure we'll be okay.
I did the simulator last week. That's all I needed. We're gonna be oh my gosh. Exactly. And I love that quiet confidence because
Yeah.
again, as women, we're not supposed to be loud. We're not supposed to be braggy. And nobody really likes a braggy braggerson. I'm sorry, I don't.
Yeah.
And so, yes, I agree with you completely. And I have met those people before where either in person or virtual, where just I can feel that energy and I am leaning in and I'm like, oh, wait, what did she say? That was so good.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's magnetism right there. That's that feeling. And it's an energy that happens between you and your prospective client. And they're going to want to hear more. They're going to want to DM you. I mean, how awesome would that be, right, guys? Like, especially like when you're kind of newer in your business, you're like, God, no one's reaching out. No one's responding to me. No one's like commenting on my stuff. Well, look inward. Are you coming across as sure of yourself as you could be? Think about it. And again, sometimes we don't see it. Sometimes we think we're confident, but there's that doubt there. Like I'm saying, you can smell it from a mile away.
It's kind of like I like to say when I was being so long in sales, commission breath. People can smell that a mile away too.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Doubt breath and commission breath both smell.
Yeah. And that needy energy too, like in sales, like if somebody needs the sale, like think about that within yourself. Like if you, not you, Tracy, but you've never come across that way, but like anyone watching, like if you feel like, oh my God, I need to get this sale. I need to sign a client this week. That needy energy is so repellent. It's so repellent. But when you're in the energy of like that giving energy, I want to help. I want to make a difference for you. I want to give you a transformation. And people feel that. They know that you're not just in it to make a sale. You're in it because you really do want to help. That's why those are my people. Like if I felt like if someone wanted to work with me and I could tell that they were just in it for the money and they didn't truly want to help.
Yeah.
I don't think I can help you because that's not how I teach. That's not the people that I work with. So
no,
I work with people who want to make a difference. They're service-based. They're like, I want to make an impact in this world. I want to help people. Those are my people.
Yeah, me too. That's why you and I get along so well.
Yes.
And that's why people love my free Facebook group as much as they like your free Facebook group. It's because those are the people that we attract. Warm, kind human beings that want to make a difference and want to help other people too. And so that's one of the reasons why I was drawn to you and wanted to join your free group because, and by the way, Jennifer's group is called the Successful Coach. Is it Collective?
Coaches Collective. Yeah.
Successful Coaches Collective. So ladies, join us there. Also, because Jennifer has the biggest heart in the world, y'all, listen to this. Listen to this offer she is wanting to give you. She is willing to do a free mindset audit mini session with you to help you uncover if you've got doubt breath or commission breath, or maybe you are coming across as a little desperate and you don't realize it, right?
Yeah.
And so take her up on this because I know there are some of you that are listening that are thinking, I don't have anything wrong. I'll work on my mindset later. But hopefully in this conversation, Jennifer has explained that if you keep ignoring this, it is going to fester and grow and it is not going to get any better. It's like ignoring an infected toe. I know, it's so gross. Why did I come up with that? That is so gross.
Oh my God, I love all your analogies, Tracy. I'm so using these.
What is wrong with me today? I don't even know where that came from. But seriously, if you had an infection in your toe, you're not going to think, oh, that's just going to go away, right?
Yeah.
But that's foundational to the fact that you need to be able to walk
Yeah.
and function. And
Yeah.
so that's how I feel about this conversation. And I'm so glad that we're having it because I have been guilty of, oh, self-care. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll
Yeah.
sleep when I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'll read the affirmations later or whatever.
Yep.
And
Yep.
yeah, oh my gosh. So do take her up on that. In order to take her up on the free mini mindset audit session, you need to DM her or email her. Also, I want to brag on her for this too. She has put together free networking every Thursday at 1 o'clock Central. It's only 30 minutes, totally doable for everybody. I have met some of the most amazing women founders and it's not a huge session where there's like 100,000 people. It's kind of what I love about it is I don't think there's more than 10 or 15 at a time, but people get a chance to really get to know each other. And so if you're interested in Jennifer's networking sessions, DM her or email her for that too. And you can get the link to that. We're going to be meeting here in about 45 minutes
Yes.
for the next session.
Absolutely.
Jennifer, what will you want to share? Let me check. Oh, hold on one second. I forgot to check the comments. Let me go over and check the comments. Oh my gosh, so many people are here. Brittany's here and she says she's never had Taco Bell. Brittany, we got it.
We got it.
We got to fix that immediately. And just be warned that you're going to love it and you might want to go back again. Marie is here. Comparisonitis. Yes. Let it go and you do you. I love it. Rita's here. Rita. I met Rita. Yes. She says business can't grow more than we grow. That's a keeper. That's a mic drop moment right there. That's a quote graphic that I need to make, quoting Jennifer Jakobsen. Your business can't grow more than you grow. And Brittany said, I had to break through a story that I was telling myself recently, and I was able to break through and take action. That's amazing. I love that. Jennifer, anything you want to share before I wrap us up and land the plane with a confident pilot?
Oh my gosh, I feel like we covered so much. But yeah, again, just, if you have any interest in chatting more, if you feel like you're struggling with any kind of self-doubt, if you're like, oh my God, I'm in my own way, you have the like tiniest sense of that.
Right.
Don't ignore that, right? Don't ignore, I'm sorry, Tracy, I'm going to just use your disgusting analogy, but if your toe is like throbbing a little bit, it doesn't seem that bad. Like, it's like, oh, I'm going to put this off. I'm sure it'll be okay. Like, don't ignore that. Okay. Don't ignore the mindset stuff. It's foundational. And I promise you, like, you can still like implement all the strategies in the world, but they're going to work so much better if you are coming at it from a positive mindset. And if you're like, I don't even know what mindset is, like, DM me that too. Like, we can talk about what mindset is. We can talk about, how this all works. If you're at all curious, if you suspect maybe you are getting in your own way a little bit, if you suspect you've got some, secret imposter syndrome, perfectionism, procrastination, all that stuff is based in our thoughts and our mindset. So yeah, just send me a DM. I love to chat. I swear I won't be salesy. I won't be gross. Just let's have a conversation.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't think you would know how to be salesy or gross. With your personality, I just don't think you would. But when you said that, when you are thinking you might be the problem, immediately I thought of that Taylor Swift song. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem.
Yes. Yes. Hello, it's me. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Okay. So y'all don't be the bottleneck in your business.
Oh, yeah. Don't be the bottleneck. It's really like so much becomes possible. You're going to feel better. You're going to have more fun, and you're just going to be so much more free and able to do all the things in your business, right? But if you're trying to do first without looking at your feelings and your thoughts, like, it's going to keep falling short. But if you look at your thoughts and your feelings first, the doing becomes so much more simple. It becomes so much more fun, and it becomes so much more powerful.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't wait on the mindset stuff. Do it first and everything else is going to fall into place.
I love that. And I'm checking the comments again. Dr. Forrest is here and he's adorable. He says his wife teases him about how he can never pass up a Taco Bell. And his top takeaway was business can't grow more than we grow. And he's a doctor, y'all. He's a physician. He says Taco Bell is good. Then I think that's all we need to hear today. So,
It's got something for every level of entrepreneur, I promise you.
oh my goodness. All right, my friends. So here's what I want you to do now. We have been talking all about mindset. And again, this conversation is amazing. I have a less than 1 minute exercise that has helped me and my clients start to do what Jennifer is saying, rewiring that thinking and rewiring your brain for success when the crap talk starts to creep in. And it's yours. All you have to do is go to tracybeavers.com/repeat and grab it. So I want you to do that. Then I want you to get into Facebook. If you're in my free Facebook group, Be a Confident Entrepreneur. Jennifer is in there. It's Jennifer Jakobsen, Jakobsen with a K. She is the most precious person, as you can tell. A friend request her, send her a DM, and take her up on that mini audit session. And then I'm going to boss you around again one more time. I want you to be here live with me every Thursday at 11:30 Central. I want you to put it on your calendar, set a phone alarm. And the biggest thing I say to you every single week is what Jennifer and I have been talking about. Don't try to do this thing by yourself. Being an entrepreneur, like Jennifer said, is a flipping roller coaster. It is hard. You are going to doubt yourself, and you've got to get in a community with people like us and people that are in her free Facebook group and mine to get that support and shore you up when the imposter syndrome shows up at your door. Like today, she might show up wearing a red dress. 2 days from now, she may show up wearing a green dress and she's trying to trick you, right? But you've got to have these tools in your toolbox from people like Jennifer to be able to say, oh, no, 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 Sister Sue, I see you. Go back out the door. You're not coming in today, right?
Yeah.
And if you guys think you're alone in feeling that way, you're absolutely not. We want you to have a great balance of the week and weekend. We want you to remember that when one of us rises, we all rise. So we have got to keep cheering each other on. Jennifer, thank you again so much for being here. I know we were delayed getting on here, but I just am so excited to finally bring you to my audience.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been so much fun as always chatting with you, Tracy. I just adore you, and I'm just so thankful to be on all your platforms today.
I feel the same way about you, my friend. All right, y'all. We will see you next week.